everybody, welcome back. To those of you who are new, hi there. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking me out. My name is JoJo. This channel focuses on our family's journey to financial freedom. Today's video, what we're going to be doing is forecasting paycheck number 2 for the month of December. My husband and I are paycheck-by-paycheck zero-based budgeters. We each get paid every other week on the same week, so we usually have 2 paychecks every month. And I like starting here with this calendar. It, especially when I first started budgeting, which was really this year, I didn't really know when bills were coming in, how to assign money to a paycheck or every dollar a job, like Dave Ramsey talks about. And so I really just started here on a calendar and kind of brain dumped whatever I did know. And then as I started being consistent with my weekly check-ins and my budget forecasts, I was able to adjust this month to month, and I'd even come back and make little scribbles to get it to be more accurate. But if you're like me, you didn't really know where to start, you didn't really know where your money was all at, I would say starting with a calendar is a good place to begin, and laying out when you expect money to come in and when you expect money to go out. So here I've just highlighted like the Budget Mom teaches, which income is covering what bills. I just include my fixed expenses on the calendar. I was finding it was getting too busy when I had my variable expenses on here as well. But for us, our paycheck can cover from the Friday it's deposited until the Thursday before the next paycheck is expected to be deposited. But if your paychecks and income doesn't fall that way, having the color coding system can really help to organize in one snapshot where and what income is covering what. Okay, so now that we've addressed the calendar, we'll move over to the paycheck budget sheet and start filling that out. All right, here we are at the paycheck budget sheet. This is a sheet that I put together myself. Any of the sheets you guys see me use in my videos are available on my Etsy shop. If you feel like this system would be helpful for you, you can click on it below and go check out what is on there. So as my husband and I, as I said, I'm not sure if I said in this video, but we're paycheck-by-paycheck zero-based budgeters. And we have, so what I do is just write what paycheck this budget sheet is looking at. It's paycheck number 2, and it's covering bills from December 18th until the 31st. Our income, we expect the first paycheck to be deposited on a Thursday, and I underestimated at $2,870. The second paycheck will be deposited that Friday, and I underestimated at $1,000. We are not expecting income 3. And then what we do to zero out our budget is roll everything from paycheck 1 into paycheck number 2, which right here, this is paycheck number 1 for the month of December. And then I did just do my, I'm sorry, moving around a lot. I did just do my week 1 check-in yesterday, if you guys want to see more about the actual numbers that are filled out here. But what we're looking at today is this expected rollover. So this is the money left after we've paid our expenses. And that is $2,136.27. So what I'll do is circle rollover and then write that amount right here. There we go. Okay. And then what we'll do is add that all together. So we have the 3870 plus 2136.27. Okay, so we will be working with $6,006.27 for this half of the month. And I have already filled out my fixed expenses over here just for the sake of saving time. But that just came from what I had highlighted on my calendar. And what these total out to is $2,541.75. And we have really been able to clean up our fixed expenses, mostly with rearranging like our security system. We changed companies with that, and then getting rid of a lot of silly subscriptions, you guys. I had so many subscriptions that I kept getting surprised by. So I would keep these lean and mean. Next is variable expenses. We own a home. I have 3 kids. We have pets, and we commute with our vehicles. So that's what makes up our variable expenses. But I would start by being realistic with these, looking at how big your bucket is, get these lean and mean, and then decide really what's the most important, kind of in a hierarchy of what's most important, and then see what you have left in your bucket to then decide where you want to, what additional variable expenses you want to add, and then where you are in your financial journey. Are you paying off debt? Are you investing? That sort of thing. So for groceries, we budget $400 for 2 weeks. Eating out and doing fun things as a family together, we allocate $100. For our home and our pets is $125. Gas is $150. My husband and I each get $80 of spending money. Our kids, we budget $20 for each of them. Unbudgeted gets 0. But this has really helped me to figure out the holes in my budget, having this unbudgeted available, and it revealed kind of what sinking funds that I was missing. If you're not familiar with sinking funds, I'd refer you back to my sinking fund revamp video last week, where I talk all about kind of my learning and growing this year and what was added based on what was revealed through unbudgeted expenses. When you add all these together, that totals $995. Then down here is my sinking funds table. I like having everything in one central location. So that's why all these different tables are on here. I know like people who work with planners, they'll usually have these on different pages in their planner. But just find what works best for you and be consistent with it. I do my weekly check-ins, so I figure out what category I spent money in during each of those weeks. So this is just for week 3 and week 4 check-in. Next is my debt table, and I really couldn't update this a whole lot because really this is just a running number of when bills are paid for each of those categories. I update the ending amount, and then if I'm throwing extra money at debt, which is what this paycheck is assigned to do with its cash flow to pay down our home equity line of credit. Let me bring in my paycheck 1. It shows you where we're starting with, where we're at right now. We owe about a little over $53,000. We're about halfway with paying off our debt. We started in February of this year. So this just keeps me motivated, seeing these numbers slowly ticking down or consistently coming down. So that is the debt table. Now what we'll do is figure out our cash flow and how much we're expecting to be able to throw at debt when we close out this budget. And, oops, let me scooch down a little. Okay, so our income is $6,006.27 minus our fixed expenses, $2,541.75 minus our variables, which that is awesome because I did beef up my sinking funds a lot. So I wasn't really sure what that was going to do with our cash flow. So we're going to be expecting to throw $2,469.52 at debt when we do our week 4 check-in and close out this budget at the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload videos. There's always going to be a weekly check-in every week, and then my forecasting videos will trickle in along with other different videos throughout the week. So yeah, that is going to wrap up this paycheck forecast, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up, and I will see you guys tomorrow when I do my monthly check-in for the velocity banking strategy that we're currently using to pay off debt.